everyone, Fire Princess here. Welcome back to Let's Play with Fire. This round we're playing with Arthur Boyer, who is a merchant. I messed around with some of the resolution settings too, so the quality should hopefully look a lot better when it's up on YouTube, so cross your fingers. So Arthur here is just going to take out some of his bank funds, which are 500 simoleons. And today is planting celebration day, so he doesn't have to do too much as far as work goes. But let's do a little quick reminder of who he is. Arthur is an orphaned teenager running the harvest fair all by himself. I only had to make a parent for him in cast so that I could leave the cast screen. Arthur has a couple ways that he could go as far as betrothals. So he has 2 chemistry with Sophie Heron, which is kind of where I'm leaning towards. And he is friends with Malkine Tabard, who is one of the almshouse ladies. And he wants to become best friends with her. But that's kind of, if something doesn't work out with Sophie, we might go that route, because Malkine is a lesbian, so she's not exactly someone that would want to be married to Arthur necessarily. So we'll see where we go with that. But since Arthur doesn't have to work today, I was thinking he and Sophie could go out on a date. Arthur decided to keep it simple. They just went to the village well and green lot. So nothing... Oh, he's trying to make out with her. Well, let's maybe talk to her first before we get to that kind of thing. And Alan Chapman's inviting himself to our date here. Alan does not want to leave them alone. Listen to bragging, okay. Come on, Alan. Aw, that was very sweet. Holding her hand. So romantic being right by the outhouses. Oh my gosh, Brittany Parker is flirting with Alan in the background. Are you seeing this? Telling her how she'll gain a rank and status if he chooses to be with her, or if she chooses to be with him. Play punch you, punch me. Oh my gosh. That's Sophie's kind of date. They could play forever, apparently. Okay, I think what they're gonna do, since they're having a great date so far, he's being such a gentleman with the hand kissing, he wants to ask Sophie back to his place. Oh, the little kiss. So let's do that. Ask back to my place. Let's make sure she says yes. Perfect. Alright, Arthur and Sophie are back to Arthur's lot. Oh, Charlotte's calling. Or Catherine. Catherine's calling. That's a dangerous one for him because Arthur has commitment issues and Catherine is a romance him. So once he's old enough, there could be drama with that. Anyway, so Sophie and Arthur just made it back to lot, and on their way out, Rainford Brockus totally busted Sophie on a date with Arthur, and he got so upset and he lost his crush and he was very mad about it. But he kind of brought that upon himself because Sophie liked him more than Arthur originally. But since Rainford was all over Alison Coffin, she moved on from him. So he may have lost his crush on her, but she lost her crush on Rainford ages ago. Since it's dark, let's have them go light a fire. I do not have any sort of teen woohoo mod or anything. I just have never been interested in that. So this is pretty much how their night is gonna be. And because of that, I'm sure they're gonna have their dream date. They'll just kind of spend the night by the fire, have conversations, get to know each other more, and I will see you guys in the morning. He's just gonna get some things done, get some cleaning done, maybe have a little bit of breakfast, but then he's gonna head over to the Midsummer Faire lot where he works. And before we do that, let's go ahead and do the random occurrence scenario. Okay, first and foremost, let's roll our d8. We got a 3. Social standing. Let's see, how many categories are there? So there's 7 categories in social standing. Let's see what we get. We'll just roll a d8 again. 3 again. Social demotion. Sim is socially demoted down 1 level in social station. Oh no! Wow. Poor Arthur. Oh, what do you think of that, Ned? Arthur just lost his status. He just lost his status. What that means is that Arthur just went from a merchant class level to a yeoman class level. With Arthur's social demotion, we're gonna have, let's have the royal treasurer come over and I'll kind of show you what I'm thinking. Godfrey has just come over to tell Arthur the news that the royal crown has decided to demote him socially from a merchant. They want to take over the Midsummer Faire lot, and it doesn't matter his opinion, it doesn't matter how angry he is about this. The royal family, whomever they are, they found out that Arthur's mother had passed away and he was running the Midsummer Faire lot all by himself. They could not have a mere teenager running their Midsummer Faire lot, so they decided to revoke the business from him. The royal treasury is not totally cruel though. They've decided to let Arthur keep his house because the value of his house is not the value of what a normal merchant should have for a house, so it's fine for him to stay where he's at. However, he will need to sell the Midsummer Faire lot back to the royal family. And for now, that just means he's gonna go to the lot. We'll have him go to the Midsummer Faire lot, and he's going to have to gather whatever he can, whatever sort of stuff that he wants to keep, and he'll have to find a different pursuit, a different line of work. And what I'm thinking with that is he's going to take the cows home with him. He'll have to sell the pigs, but he'll bring the cows back with him. And as a yeoman, he could have a home business. And I'm thinking, since he already has a like a fenced off area here, he could put the cows in here and he could sell their milk. He could sell their meat if he had enough cows, or he could sell the cows themselves if anyone is willing to buy them off of him. So let's go ahead and jump to the Midsummer Faire lot so he can collect his things. So we're going to collect some of the cows, some of the items that he's going to need in order to become a herdsman for the cows. And most Sims probably would have fought this decision and tried to, you know, talk back with the royalty a little bit, try and push a little more for being able to stay in the business they're at. But Arthur's a coward and he has commitment issues. So he's like, you know what? I am too scared to fight this decision and I'm ready to move on anyway. So he's going to move on. Alright, Arthur just made it back. I've never actually sold a owned community lot before, so I'm gonna see if it's this, the real estate sell owned lot. Hopefully it's that. We'll see what happens. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. So he's gonna sell his lot. Unfortunately, the crown is going to take the funds from his business, so he can't just keep all that money, unfortunately. Otherwise he'd be able to rank back up to a merchant essentially. But the crown isn't being completely cruel. They're gonna let him keep 5,000 simoleons of it so that he can build a home business around his new vocation, which will be the cow herdsman. So we'll sell this. Yes. And then we're just gonna go ahead and send the most of that money to the royal treasurer. We have his home business set up. First, let's go over here. So he invested in a bull, so he was able to buy a bull, and he moved the cow and calf over, so he's got the water and hay. He also has some things for his inventory to collect cow dung when it's needed, and he can use that to sell as fertilizer. And then over here we have a few things. So we have the milk that he's collected already, and then I actually set this here as well for him to sell. It's leather, so I'm thinking that maybe he just has scraps of leather just from him being a cow herdsman and from prior cows that maybe he had, he and his mom had before, only having the cows that are left, just to try and help him make a little bit more money. And then he will sell a couple of hay bales as well. I love how good these cows look. Don't they look amazing? And I think one thing we'll consider is maybe with Sims who have a certain amount of leather pieces in their inventory, we will maybe buy some sort of furniture for them. Or Sims who have a certain amount of hay, for example. Maybe once they reach a certain amount of hay, they are interested in buying a cow for themselves. Like they're stocking up on hay so they could have a cow of their own. So Arthur's never had to be a cashier before. He's only ever had to be on the lot and make sure that they come into his business. So he'll be able to get sales. It's just the ability to run the register is going to be a bit slow right now. I'm kind of excited though. I've never tried running a cow herdsman business, so it could be interesting. I don't think he's gonna make a lot of money doing it. And you know what? This is so sad actually, because this means that Sophie's not ranking up by being with Arthur anymore. Like that was part of her decision, was okay, well she really does like Arthur Boyer, and that means a increase in status for her becoming a merchant. But now it doesn't mean that. It means she stays equivalent in her status, in her class rank. I don't know if that's going to affect her decision or not on whether or not she wants to be with him, but it is something we have to think about. I was so excited to have the bakery on the Midsummer Faire lot too. That would have been so cool, and there was a perfect little spot there for it. Yeah, he got it. Do some more sales here, and then he is probably going to just wrap up the business. Unfortunately, he couldn't do too much selling today, but he still needs to swing by the weekly market. He's hoping to say hi to Nickel Crane. If you remember, he really looks up to Nickel Crane because Nickel Crane's a successful merchant and businessman, and he really needs his hero right now with him losing his social status. So we'll meet him on the weekly lot. Having some conversation with him, trying to get cheered up a little bit. He just needs a friend. He's trying to get some advice from Nickel. He's got a long way to go as far as heading back to becoming a merchant from a yeoman class, so I don't even know if he's going to be able to. Well, Arthur at least feels a little bit better having talked with Nickel and gotten some advice from him as far as just running business. And he's like, you know, if you run a successful enough business as a cow herdsman, you will make enough money to go back to becoming a merchant. So just keep at it. So Arthur's up. He's just getting all his needs together here this morning. He's going to go make sure his cows are okay and have you know, just talk with them and make sure they're doing okay and make sure their troughs are full. Arthur is getting ready for the day, of course, and I went to peek at the cows and they totally have their dung out. I'm hoping that Philibert Brockus comes by today so that we can pay him the 100 we owe for the lumber fund. If he doesn't come by the end of the workday, then I'm just gonna invite him over and he'll pay him that way. Yes, Chapman, buy my leather. I feel like someone needs help and they're just like in a random spot. Oh, here. I knew it. I was looking up some information on the cows while that Arthur was sleeping, and I found out that we are not going to be able to get any more milk from our cow here because she's pregnant right now. So unfortunately he's not going to be able to sell any milk for a bit, especially because pregnancy lasts quite a while for the cows. Once this calf ages up, if she's a female, we will keep her for the milk production, and then if she's a male, we'll have to just sell her. Which I'm kind of curious, can we click them? Yeah, we can click them to sell. Hey, rank 1! Alright, we get a rank item. Oh, and let's do a reward real fast. So he has a notable reputation. Let's look at his traits real fast. Charismatic. Okay, so yeah, so I agree with that. I think we're going to keep going that branch. Because he is charismatic, he's going to want that reputation, and he's going to easily obtain that reputation because he is so charismatic. So for some reason I'm not getting restock signs when I do those leather items, so I have to just keep rebuying them. Come on, sell. We gotta make a profit here. We're in the red. He's like, man, my business before with no register was a lot easier. Look who it is, it's Grace Sadler. She may have been an option once. Now that he's lost a rank, not so much. Try and make a sell to Grace here. She's a fellow teen orphan. Samson's here too, nice. Come on, buy some hail. Buy some hay. Okay, he's gonna finish up his business here. It looks like Philibert isn't gonna come by of his own accord. Alright, so Arthur got Philibert to come over so he could pay him the money for the lumber fund. There we are. And Arthur's just gonna hang out for the rest of the night, so I will see you all in the morning. Arthur's awake here. He's just gonna be talking with his cows, getting some fun and social up from that. He's also gonna collect some of their dung to sell as fertilizer. Okay, so I decided that Arthur's rank up item would be this dung converter thing. Okay, so we need 12 piles of dung. So basically what this does is it converts the cow poo into fertilizer. Oh, I need to make sure to lock this too, because apparently cows can be stolen. Oh, I need to buy more leather. I really wish that would restock. There we go, so we at least have some leather now. I know, I'm out of milk, but I'm gonna be out of milk for a while. Restock some items. He's got a lot of the military men at his house right now. They're making sure he stays quiet with his social demotion. Oh, it's Sophie! Sophie! Oh, no. Go be the cashier. I guess Sophie was just walking by checking on him. He hasn't told her yet that he's got a demotion, but she's been by a couple times. I've noticed her, so... Oh, she is actually by. She is really checking up on him. He's gonna have to break the news to her. Hopefully that doesn't change her decision for wanting to become his betrothed. Ooh, rank 2. We'll have to think of another rank up item. That's a little more exciting than a dung to fertilizer converter. Kind of thinking he might want to spend the rank up money for a cow, because if he doesn't get some milk income coming in, then he's really gonna be hurting to make any sales. Because right now we're able to kind of keep up with the... Oops. We need someone to sell too. We're able to keep up a bit because of the hay bales that he's able to sell and the leather. But we could really use the milk cells too. I've noticed that Arthur has dropped a chemistry point with Sophie, which makes me think that either Sophie has a turn on that's like a clothes dependent one, or he does, and I don't think he does. Let's look. Yeah, he's got cologne, cleaning, and brown hair. Okay, Arthur is gonna finish selling to Goopy and Coney here, and he'll do a little bit of restocking. But he's gonna go over to the Four Shields Tavern. He just needs to wallow in his sadness a little bit. He had such a good business going, and now it's a struggle, so he just needs to go forget about his problems for a little while. Arthur's made it to the Four Shields Tavern. He's gonna go ahead and get a ticket here, and then let's actually get some need management done. I didn't do anything, I just had him rush over here. And I actually kind of want to have him talk to Mila. He is of the same social status of her now, and I'm just kind of curious to see what their chemistry might be like. We'll have him order a drink. Did you see that? What the heck, Sayer? What? Oh my god. He totally just stole my drink. What the heck? Okay, I know what kind of military guy you are now, Sayer. I know. I'm kind of nervous if he has good chemistry. This might change. I don't know. Him and Sophie are really cute, but... one chemistry. Okay, so it's no better than Sophie. Alright, well, he had a good time here. Unfortunately, he got his drink stolen, but whatever. He was able to meet Mila and see what the chemistry was there. And I'll go ahead and see you in the morning. Alright, it is the last day of sales for Arthur Boyer here. He's starting to turn a little bit of a profit, kind of. He's gonna get ready, talk to his cows, have some breakfast, all that good stuff. Hopefully he can make a little bit of a profit. I don't know. Business has started for Arthur. He's just hanging out, waiting for anyone to come by. Perfect, Andrea Hogan, first person to sell to. Oh, and Emmeline. Emmeline's such a creep. Sandy Broody. I just love her outfit. I don't know why, it just looks so ridiculous and I love it. At least Arthur's pretty good at sales, so he's good at convincing them to get something at least. Oh crap, he's got a... He's got someone to sell to. Andrea's not very patient either. What we might do is start putting all of his stock... We might start marking it as expensive. Try and raise it. I think it's at like average now, so if we maybe push it to sell for expensive, maybe, just maybe, he can make a profit. He's got a decent amount in sales experience that I think he could get away with that. Oh my gosh, is Emmeline sick? Yes. Oh, I have not bought him his other... Let's buy him a rank up item real fast, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to buy another cow. There we go. So his new rank up item cost him a pretty penny, so I don't think he's going to earn any money today either. But he at least has another cow, and we should be able to milk it, hopefully. Although it could be pregnant too, because I think when we first buy them, they are pregnant for some reason, so I don't know, we'll see. We'll inspect her real fast, and then he really needs to be the cashier. Yep, and she's pregnant, okay. Well, the point of getting a new one was so we could do milk. I forgot that when we buy those, they are pregnant. Well, at least he has another one, so when she does have a calf, when they do have calves and they age up and stuff, we can hopefully maybe sell some for some good money. Yes, finally, a bronze cash register talent badge. Yay. Oh no, Emmeline! You're getting Arthur sick. He can't afford to be sick right now. Crap. I think since he's sick, we're gonna just end the business now. I don't want to lose Arthur to sickness. I have the realistic sickness mod by Pescado, so he could really die for being sick. So I'm gonna end the business a bit early. He's gonna kind of eat and just kind of restock what he can. And I think we're gonna have to invite the new healer over. I haven't really decided who's gonna be the new healer, but I need to make that decision like now because he needs help. Okay, Arthur is sending word to the healer. I've decided the new healer is gonna be Emma Martin. We were kind of thinking about having her be that the last time that she was around, and he's also sending word that he's throwing a party. But yes, so he's gonna invite Emma Martin over so that, or Emma Crane I guess now, since she's married to Nickel, and he's gonna get some help from her. She is a family sim, and one of her true hobbies is basically to care for animals. So I think she is a healer at heart. She likes to help people, and she's a pretty good sim overall. So we will go ahead and invite her over as well to hopefully help Arthur. I'm gonna try and heal him before he talks to anyone else at the party, because the last thing we need is flu to spread to everyone at the party. Okay, the guests are all here, but Arthur is talking right away with our Emma Martin because he really needs her to make him a batch of Grandma's Comfort Soup, which is aka nettle soup in my game. So she's gonna help him out. He's like, look, I've got a love interest. I can't afford to have, you know, death. I can't die. So he's got a lot of life to live. So she's going to go ahead and help him out. She's decided that's okay with her. So she's gonna serve nettle soup. And that way anyone at the party can also have some nettle soup. In the meantime, he needs to use the restroom. Emma, you're my savior. And in exchange, he's going to give her... he hunted a fowl, or a duck, I mean. And so he's gonna trade the duck carcass in exchange for her giving him nettle soup. Oh no. You're gonna burn it? No, don't burn it. Aw, Arthur's like, congratulations on your love. That was sweet. Oh my gosh, they're talking about woohoo in here. Arthur's like, look, I never got the talk. Please help me out. All three of these women that are here, I am interested in. Oh, they're just gonna sit outside in the rain and read. You're ruining Arthur's books. Oh, I think they're talking about kids. Yes, they are. Yay, you can feel it melting away. Good. That means we should be okay. I'm gonna check with the bat box. Info. Okay, good. Yes! He is no longer sick. Woo! Thank you, Emma. Let's go ahead and exchange gifts with her before she leaves. Since she's pregnant, I have a feeling she could not be on the lot very long. And we're gonna give her the duck carcass. No, you're supposed to take it, Emma. Okay, well, I'm gonna make her take it because this is the way she's getting paid. Let's light a fire, and then he can just sit by the fire with Sophie and Mila. Hopefully he'll be able to talk to them out there. Hello, girls. Ooh, good, she stopped. Maybe we can play. Because he needs some fun. We'll see what they can do in the 25 seconds they have. Oh gosh, one of them's gonna get hit by lightning. I'm pretty sure Mila just burnt my book. Did you see her just put the book? I know. Good time. All right. Well, with that, I will see you guys in the morning. while Arthur gets ready here, I will go through what he owes as a yeoman class since he got socially demoted. He owes a 10% income tax. Nope, that's wrong. He owes a 10% tithe, a 30% income tax, and 1,000 simoleons in rent. So in total this round, he owes 1,750 simoleons. And he doesn't really want to see the royal treasurer, seeing as he was ripped of his status from him. So he's just gonna send that money over to the taxman instead of trying to have him over at his house, because he doesn't feel like being friendly. So with that, I'm so glad you guys tuned in. I just kept it real chill this time. I know we're all, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us are stuck at home in the quarantine, and I just wanted to say stay safe, and I will see you guys next week.